Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and we have a new movie review. Yes, there is a new MCU film about to hit the theaters and we need to talk about Thor, Love and Thunder. Walking into Thor Love and Thunder was kind of intriguing for me. I really like Thor Ragnarok. I am pretty hit or miss on Taika Waititi. We'll talk about some of my misses about his filmmaking style, which pop up here. But yeah, I was like, okay, what are we doing with a new MCU entry, a new Taika Waititi film, and a new adventure with Thor? Okay, I'm watching it and I'm just not connecting with the film. It is a pretty uneven movie. There's things I really like about it, and then sometimes the same thing I like will lead to something I absolutely do not. It is just this confused film. It feels confused in the filmmaking, in the writing, in what they want to do with this character. I don't know if Thor has anything left in the tank. I love Chris Hemsworth. I love his dedication to bringing this character to life each and every time. He does a good job with the material given. It's just the material feels a bit flat and I don't know where to go from here. I don't know how they're going to try to continue it. They have an obvious sequel kind of bait attached to this movie, especially near that end. You know what they're going to try to do in the future, but will that work? I don't know if I want to see more from Thor, but thankfully the supporting cast around this character really served me what I needed. There was really good campy villain stuff. There is some really interesting thing they try with the Jane Foster character. There's some things I don't like about that. And then Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie is always a delight. There is things here that work, but the overall feeling just left me a bit meh. And I didn't expect that after loving Thor Ragnarok as much as I did. So I'm going to break this up with good and bad. It's a pretty clear line for me. If I was going to actually have to rate this to give you an early hint, I'm about 60-40, maybe almost 50-50. So some of the good. I think this is an interesting piece about challenging higher powers, about giving yourself over in devotion to a godlike figure, and sometimes that doesn't pay off. Sometimes you put your whole essence into a higher power and it wants nothing to do with you. We see that with Gorr the God Butcher, Christian Bale's villain character, as he tries to figure out why his god damned him to such a horrible life, and now he must kill all of them, he feels. And that leads him to meeting the God of Thunder, who is Thor, and Thor goes on this mission to not only just save some Asgardian kids, but also protect the gods from Gorr the God Butcher. I like the basic plot of this. It feels like it's a good story there. That could have been a whole epic film, but the other side of this is the Jane Foster as Lady Thor and her journey as the Mighty Thor and what she wants to do with this newfound power she has and how it's going to change her life. These are both very good ideas which seem to be fighting for the screen presence here. It again goes with the uneven theme I have of this. There is good elements here. They just sometimes they clash, sometimes they work together. I love the scene where Mighty Thor and just Chris Hemsworth Thor and also Valkyrie, they all go together to ask Zeus for help. And those gods are crazy, but the world, the spectacle here, it actually gives me some hope for Taika Waititi's Star Wars because it seems he likes world building. It seems like even in what we do in the shadows, he likes to build expansive universes, and that could be really fun to see. There is that element here. It just feels like the story is a bit left behind. I'm a little unfulfilled. There isn't a grandiose vibe that this should have. I'm not saying this should be Infinity War level. I just want a bit more in the story department to really hook me in. Now, a good I have that will be a bad later on is sometimes the movie is very visually stunning. When it works, it works. I really like some of the worlds. Like I said, the Zeus world that we go to, that land, there is this black and white world that Gorr lives in. It's really terrifying. I thought it was going to be the epic final battle of the film, but it's not. That's the only little spoiler hint I'll give you. Yeah, there is a little bit more later on after that scene, but that scene was such a fulfilling moment that I didn't need anymore. I actually really like the aesthetic of New Asgard. I thought that was really good as well. Now, on the bad side of the visuals, I am so tired of that shallow depth of field that Marvel's doing in all their movies to hide that they shoot on those giant Mandalorian style projectors. it's looking ugly. It's looking a bit fake sometimes. It was there in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It is very present here. It's present in some of the Moon Knight scenes. I don't think it works well. It's something about it it looks fake. And I know there's CGI lands and it's hard to build all this with sets, but I don't like the style of it. It just doesn't allow me to get invested. And then you throw in some of the CGI, like some of the costume choices with the digital like helmets and the gore look, which feels a bit lazy. There's a lot there that just leaves me a bit let down in the visual department. But again, like I said, when it works, it really does work. Alright, so finally, a bit of a critique about Taika Waititi's style. Sometimes I feel like he's a bit low stakes. When he goes for high drama, when he wants you to be invested, I'm usually not. It was a big problem I had with Jojo Rabbit and why I didn't like it. It's why I thought Thor Ragnarok worked, because it was a goofy kind of romp. There were some moments with Loki and Thor and their relationship that really did work. I liked that. I liked Thor trying to once again find himself, which seems to be the theme in every movie. Bro, find yourself already. Thor is just kind of a lackluster character here. Sometimes Taika Waititi does struggle with main characters and the supporting cast has to carry it. The supporting cast does here. Like, I have critiques about Jane Foster and Christian Bale, like, or the Gorr characters, but, you know, the acting is good. So I do have to figure out what I want from Taika Waititi. Like, do I want him to just be a comedic actor, or do I need him to go find himself in a serious route? Because when he tries to mix it, like here, the tone becomes uneven. It just allows me to just kind of wander where I'm like, is the humor not working for me? Is the drama not working for me? I just don't know why I can't love a complete Taika Waititi film other than What We Do in the Shadows and Thor Ragnarok. Like, what is it about his style? Do you guys have that issue too? Like, where do you see him? Do you agree? Do you like his style? There's a lot of people who don't like Ragnarok. So where do you stand on his style and what he brings to the Thor character? Because I don't know if I like it. I thought I liked it once, and now it's confusing me. Alright, everyone, that is it for my review of Thor Love and Thunder. I'm a bit confused on it. This movie's a bit confused in itself. I don't know how I feel, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're looking forward to this, I hope it's a good time. If you're a bit on the fence about it, I can see why you were. I get it now. Alright, everyone, let me know what you think about this review and what you think of this movie down in the comments below. Do you like Waititi's style with Thor, or do you want to see another director tackle this? Who would you like to see? Let me know all that down below. We got some talking to do. Oh, make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up as well, because we really like that and YouTube takes that way too seriously. Alright, everyone, let's talk about this movie down below.